So tell me about Plethora.
It's funny because remember when I was in jail writing it, I was calling you about the book. You're in the book. Yes, I talked about you in the book because you guys are really making you guys are keeping me focused, man. You and your partners, man, y'all really made sure I was doing right. But Plethora came because I was in prison at Terminal Island, and I was telling my story to Bernie Madoff, actually.
Get out of here.
I was talking to him about we were talking about my story, and Bernie was like, "Damn." He's like, your life is almost as interesting as mine.
Yeah, maybe even more so.
But he literally was like, maybe even more so. But it's just so crazy because, in Terminal Island, they had child molesters and everybody at that prison. So my bunkie was Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff was right next to me, like pretty much my bunkmate. And then the bunkie above me was an actual chomo. You feel me? It's RDAP. So it's like, so I'm in there like.
You got to tell them what chomos is.
Chomo's a child molester. You feel me? That's what they are. But this, I know people ain't gonna like this, but this is I tell the truth even in my story.
Only if it's real, baby.
I got to know the person, and see that he was in there as a child molester, but he didn't actually commit child molestation. His friend sent him an email with pornography in the email. He clicked the email. You feel me? It goes further than that.
Not the original clickbait.
Yeah, that clip. You feel me? I'm not saying that that's wonderful or nothing, but
no.
But it's funny because the man actually told me what he was into. So his thing was bestiality.
Oh God, the gloves is coming off.
Yeah,
the California version in and out.
But even with that, but see, my thing is like what Kalei told you guys about the mind edit. Shout out to Kalei and the mind edit. It's helped me through a lot of things.
No doubt.
But the mind edit like helped me understand even that situation. As I think about it later, because it's like, the man's whole story. Once I learned a whole man's story about his, his family and his, the different things that happened to this man, I'm like, I'm surprised he was not wearing a dress. You know what I mean? The things that his mom and his family did to this man. No wonder he's teaching dogs how to have sex with women. That was crazy. But this is like, but like, how do you develop a skill like that if something ain't wrong with you?
Right.
But something really was wrong with this man. But
he suffered from some serious trauma, basically.
Some serious trauma, bro.
And trauma's no joke.
And the trauma's no joke because I went through that, and that's why I wrote my book, because my book was like therapy. My book, Plethora, it's called The Plethora, the Never Ending Beginning. It's pretty much about my relationships with women, because I just always had a lot of women that would run through my life because of the way life was set for me at the beginning. Because my son passed away and my girl died in a car accident. I went through a lot of trauma at an early age. And
what type of trauma?
My son died. I was in jail. He died while I was in jail a week before my birthday. And the funeral was on my birthday. Crazy. And then, but right before that, my chick had died in a car accident, right? We're in college together.
Wow.
I lose her, I lose my son, then I lose my best friend, I lose my grandma. Jesus. You gotta understand, just 5 years before that, Pac died. And that was my boy. So I lost Pac. Wow. I'm like, I was done. You feel me? And then you gotta understand, people just start dropping. I'm talking about really, because a lot of stuff happened integrated in the system. And if you really know about the industry, people are just dropping. Like, from my boy Spank in Compton at the car wash. I leave the car wash and I come back later. All my niggas is dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, right. I just left them. You remember the car wash in Compton? Boy, I was at the car wash. You went and bought me some weed. I'm talking about I walked 5 minutes later, everybody dead in that joint. So imagine, 5 minutes later, I'd be dead with them niggas. So they killed everybody in that joint. So it's just like things like that kept happening.
What happened?
Like I would be with the homie like Merlin Santana. He was on a TV show called Steve Harvey Show. I'm in the car with my nigga. I hop out the car. 5 minutes later, he gets shot in the head.
Wow.
But that kept happening. You know what I'm saying?
But you kept missing it.
I kept missing it. I'm talking about every time though. Lamont Bentley. That was my Moesha. I got them text messages to this day. He picked me up from the damn studio. This nigga goes on the 118, car flips over, he falls out the car.
You would have been in the car?
I would have been in the passenger seat, bro.
Wow.
And my mama, me and my boy Dirty Rat. Shout out to Dirty Rat, Chris Reese. But yeah, bro. But that kept happening. So to the point where I thought that was like cursed or something. So I just started living reckless as hell. I'm just doing everything. I'm doing cocaine. I'm doing fucking all the women. I'm just doing, I have 7 kids now. And I would have 10 or 15. You feel me? To be honest. But I got 5 boys, 2 girls right now. I got a whole army.
Wow.
But you know, I don't regret anything. But
Life happens.
that life happened so many different ways.
So let me back up and
I'm, a
ask you.
hood,
So
I'm,
you
from
was
the,
in-
you know, I'm from the hood. You feel me? I was born in the projects, like Pecan Acres in Virginia. Like what the hell, syrup sandwiches and shit. You feel
You're
me?
doing
Like,
better than you should.
Yeah, what the hell.
So-
That's different.
When you were in terminal, why were you in prison?
I brokered a $40 million art deal, but they broke it down to like 12.
You
Bro,
brokered a $40 million art deal.
It was more than that, but they on the news broke it down to 12 because they didn't want to give a black
I
man
remember when that was all
They didn't
over
want
the
to give. They
news.
didn't want to give me that much recognition. At first, Good Morning America did the right thing. They talked about it all, gave me
Yeah, I
my
remember seeing
prestige and this, and then they broke it down because they're like, "Hold up, we're making him look too high power." You feel me? But it was a super huge art deal. It was a heavy situation.
How did that work out like that? Listen, a lot of times, you know, obviously, you know, I've been to prison. A lot of the people that look like us, you know, that I talk to, most of them are in there for drugs
Yeah, I know.
or violence.
Yeah, I don't.
How did you end up in prison for an art deal?
I don't have,
going
I
over
don't have
most
no
people's heads.
violence at all in my history. The most violent history I have is recent with my ex, who that domestic violence stuff, and I never, and that's
Whoa.
the most violence I ever had,
Right.
and that was not violent. She was the one beating on me.
But how
So-
do you end up in prison for a $40 million art heist where you brokered the deal? Tell me a little something about that, because it's going
I
over
can't
my
say
head.
so
and
much
following
without saying so much, but I have done interviews since I've been out of prison, so everybody knows that I was dealing with Joe Iskro and his Italians and other brothers, and then he introduced me to his friend Dean, and Dean brought me to this guy and this other guy and this other guy and this other
Okay.
guy, and you know.
You can't tell the whole story, basically. Okay.
Yeah, but
But there was some art that was stolen.
6 NCYF paintings from the 1800s mysteriously happened to be in my closet,
Right.
and then I end up taking them to a place to get rid of them.
Got you.
Yeah, how they got there, I have no idea.
Right.
But man,
But
you
you
know, I
ended up in
had
prison
friends.
because
I had friends that introduced me to friends, but they're not really friends because I could care less if they live or die. But yeah, they're not my friends. But yeah, but they, you know, God bless them. But no, they weren't my buddies. I was the fall guy.
Got you.
Because 4 of the paintings got caught up and 2 of them are still missing.
Wow.
You feel me?
No doubt.